What is going on, everybody? Seth Keepage with another Destiny 2 stream. I wanted to just make this quick video because I have a really underestimated Hunter Revenant stasis class, and I really got to give this credit to someone else who actually came up with this type of build. So I wanted to show you this Revenant Hunter class build where you can get consistent supers, and I am on the Revenant class, and the aspects that the fragments that I'm working with here is Whisper of Refraction. Defeating slowed or frozen targets gives you ability energy. Whisper of Durance slows from your abilities last longer. And of course, Whisper of Bonds, which means defeating frozen targets grants you super energy. The aspects I have are Grim Harvest and Winter Shroud. Winter Shroud is going to leave you dodging to slow nearby enemies, and one of the ways that we can get our super to last here with some of the armor mods here, first thing you want to do is have a solar mod for charged up, allowing for 1 additional stack of charged light. Then I have Glacial Inheritance. Defeating targets with your stasis super refunds super energy. That's going to be really the key thing here. For my leg armor, I have supercharged, so I want to be able to get up to 5 stacks of charge with light. Then I have the double dodge here to get my melee hit back, and I'm going to use the taking charge mod here, becoming charged with light by picking up light's orbs of power. You're going to want to pick up maybe 4 or 5 orbs. Then I have my void armor here with the mod energy converter. So while charged with light, using your grenade attack grants you super energy, consuming all stacks. So the reason why you want 5 is because you can get about, I'm gonna say 45% of your super back just by throwing your grenade after you throw your super. And usually you should have another void mod here. Unfortunately, I have an arc, and I just use radiant light here. Casting my super causes allies to become charged with light, and I wanted my strength to be up, so this way I had my melee ability on hand. And of course, the mod here, hands-on, gains bonus super energy on melee kills. All right, so what you want to do is, once you have these mods in your armor, what you want to do is you want to equip yourself with weapons that are already masterwork, that are going to allow you to produce a shit ton of orbs. All right, I've got the Extraordinary Rendition with Overflow and Frenzy, which is going to allow me to continuously keep shooting with a long magazine. I've got the Last Dance, fully auto Dragonfly to create orbs, especially with that Dragonfly perk where you're killing multiple enemies at a time. And I'm using the Crowd Pleaser, which is one of my favorite grenade launchers. Happens to be void. The role for this that I have is Killing Wind and Chain Reaction. The one that I'm really paying attention here to is Chain Reaction. Each final blow with this weapon creates an elemental damage explosion, which is basically like Dragonfly on steroids. So let me just go ahead and show you. Now, right now my super is charged, but I do not have stacks of light. So that's the first thing that you kind of want to do. You want to make sure that you have your stacks of light, so this way when you throw your super and then release your grenade, you'll get your super back. Okay? So as you can see here, I'm already, creating 1 orb. And if you get those quick successive kills, you can be able to actually start that process. Now, the key thing that you want to do here, though, is you don't want to die, okay? Because once you die, your stacks are going to go away. All right, so I've got my second charge stacked with light. All right, when you pick up that heavy ammo for the overflow, it's going to give you a lot more bang for your buck. Okay, it's taking me a little longer to do this than I want. Oh, you know what? Let's go to the Legendary Lost Sector. I think that would be good. So the only drawback I think to this is getting those initial stacked with light, charged with light stacks. But if you have enough enemies around you, you can do it. Whoop. Okay, so now I've got 3. So you're probably going to need about 5 orbs to make this happen. That's 4. I thought I'd get an orb from that. I guess not. Okay. Not a big deal. Let's go back into the we might as well go into this lost sector so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So this might seem like an arduous task, guys, but it really isn't. As long as you have your like you have enough enemies around you, you can definitely make this happen. Okay, so all you really need is 5 charges with light here. Right, and I have my 5. Alright, just try to avoid using your grenade here until you throw your super. That's really going to be the main key, and that's really the only way that this is going to work properly. Okay, so I want to have it where I can do it and throw my super where there's enough enemies for me to actually see how many, or how I should say how fast I would gain my super back. Okay, so I'm fully charged with light. Just gonna clear these guys here. Oh, that was a little glitchy. Totally fine. Okay, so here's where the magic is gonna happen. Okay, you throw your super, then immediately you throw your grenade. Oh, I threw it in the wrong way. And you can see that I already have like more than half my super back. So eventually what you want to do, you get all of that energy back. You dodge, and look at that. I have my super back already. This is insane. Okay, so it's really, this is honestly a great way to just stay consistent. And this will probably be a really good time to throw this. And again, we had our super twice in one take. It's not as consistent as you would think, obviously, because you still have to work to get those stacks of charged light. But I think this is a really good way of kind of keeping that synergy. And even with Glacial Inheritance, which is a big part of it, I still have a good amount of my super that I regained even after I threw it a second time. So that's really it I wanted to show you guys. Again, let me just go over this very quickly. For your armor mods, again, you want to have charged up. You want to have Glacial Inheritance. You want to have supercharged. Okay, all of these, both of these armors happen to be solar. You want to have some kind of mod where you're becoming charged with light, that you're picking up orbs or doing some kind of easy way of getting charges. And then energy converter is really going to work if you have 4 or more stacks of charge with light. So that's really it that you have to remember. I hope you guys found this helpful. Please let me know how well you've been playing with your Hunter Revenant class. I find this to be a really amazing way for you to keep that synergy of the constant supers. Other than that, folks, let me know what you think on the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, mash that bell button, and I will catch you on the flippity flip.